Hi, I'm Emily, a registered dietitian nutritionist on the Healthy Living team at Giant Food. Today, we'll provide nutrition recommendations for eating and shopping strategies when you're on a GLP-1 medication. Before we get started, I wanted to share that our team is here to support you in whatever your health goals may be. Managing diabetes, maintaining your heart health, eating on a budget, or maybe just looking for ways to try something new. You can learn more on our website, giantfood.com/healthyliving. Okay, now let's get started. We're going to cover a lot of information in a short amount of time, but fear not. We have a handout that will provide you with all the key highlights and shopping lists for all of those GLP-1 friendly items that we discuss, as well as a recipe collection that will make balanced eating faster and easier. Throughout the class, here are a couple of things to just keep in mind. First, any lifestyle change takes time and dedication. So go for the easy wins to get that momentum started, like maybe adding a 5-minute walk or eating an extra serving of vegetables each day. Small wins add up to giant rewards. If you focus on perfection, you may not get started at all. Next, your journey is more than just medication. It's about the foods that you choose, how you move your body, and the way that you manage your day to day changes in your body. Our class today will address all of these areas. Finally, your neighbor, your Facebook friend, or your favorite health influencer may have had great outcomes, but that was their journey, and we're all different. You and your team are the experts in you. So work with your doctor, your pharmacist, and your dietitian to develop a personalized strategy that takes your health, your goals, and your abilities into consideration. Which means that our guidance here today is general guidance that tends to work for most individuals. So discuss that strategy with your healthcare provider to be sure that it aligns with your health goals and their health goals for you. Okay, with all that behind us, let's get started. GLP-1s like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro have been used for over 2 decades to help control blood sugar levels for people with type 2 diabetes. Although we all produce the GLP-1 hormone, for some, taking a GLP-1 medication can not only help the pancreas with glucose control, it can also help to reduce cholesterol and blood pressure levels. And of course, it's been very successful with helping folks with weight loss as well. Here's how it works. GLP-1s act in the brain to reduce hunger and increase satiety. That's that full feeling. It also works in the stomach to delay gastric motility and gastric emptying, meaning food stays longer in the stomach and results in those feelings of fullness. This allows for users to reduce the amount that they eat simply because they're not hungry. Most new GLP-1 users have questions around their prescriptions. So let's go ahead to the Giant Pharmacy and ask a pharmacist. One thing to know, our pharmacies are super busy, but our pharmacists always have time to answer your questions. Hi, Felicia.
Hi.
First question. After you start taking a GLP-1, how quickly will you start to notice a change? What are we going to feel?
After about 1 to 2 weeks, you may notice a slight reduction in your appetite and even some improved blood pressure control. After about a month and a half, you'll notice even more significant blood pressure control and noticeable weight loss. When you get to about the 6-month to 12-month mark, there'll be significant changes in your weight, and also your blood glucose will be better controlled.
Great. Thanks for that. Now, once we start the medication, what are some common side effects that we might expect?
What's typically reported is nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, those GI or gastrointestinal side effects.
And what can we do to manage those side effects?
Well, the medication may reduce your appetite, so overeating is going to be a no-no when you're doing that. Let your body tell you when you have a satisfaction of being full and stop. You also want to avoid trigger foods, maybe those that are a little spicy, fried, or heavy foods. You also want to stay upright after eating. Even carrying ginger candies or drinking peppermint teas or ginger teas may help with the occasional nausea and vomiting.
Now, Felicia, what side effects that we might experience might require a call to our doctor?
Okay, you might want to call 911 if you have any symptoms of an allergic reaction, facial swelling, mouth swelling, lip or tongue swelling, difficulty breathing. Those are emergency situations. Things that you should think about calling your doctor for is if you have any persistent or severe abdominal pain, any changes in your urine, dark urine or decreased urination, pale skin, yellow skin. Those are symptoms of jaundice and things that you might want to call your doctor for. You also want to monitor your neck for changes. Any new swelling or lumps that come up, notify your doctor of that as well.
What should people do if they miss a dose?
Depending on the medication you're on, if it's a couple of days, meaning between 3 to 5 days, you may be able to resume your normal dosing. Beyond that, you want to talk to your pharmacist or your doctor so that we can best judge what's the next step for you. If there are more than 2 doses missed, you may have to be restarted at a lower dose. In that case, some of your side effects may come back because you'll be restarting.
This has all been so helpful. Felicia, will you help monitor prescriptions for any interactions?
Yes, that's our job here at Giant. Make sure you come to one pharmacy. That way all of your medications are in one place and we can check for drug interactions. You also want to be mindful of other medications that are used to control blood sugar. They may have interactions with GLP-1s, oral contraceptives, and warfarin, or some others to think about as well.
And our last question. What food considerations should we have when we're on a GLP-1?
Oh, that's where you guys are the expert. I'm going to kick that back to our very own Healthy Living team.
Thank you, Felicia. This has been so helpful.
Thank you.
Now, our first nutrient of interest is fiber. Fiber is what we call a super nutrient. Not only does it keep us full and satisfied, it also does the same for the healthy bacteria in our gut, which are responsible for keeping those GI side effects at bay. It also helps to improve our cholesterol and helps reduce chronic disease. So it's definitely a nutrient we want to focus on. Now, when you think fiber, you think plants, fruits, vegetables, and grains. All produce is going to give you fiber, but there's some that go the extra mile, like avocados, which provide us with up to 12 grams of fiber per fruit, or raspberries, which offer 8 grams per cup, or 2 kiwis that provide 8 grams when you eat the skin too. My favorite produce tip is to keep spinach or kale on hand to throw into your favorite sauces and stews, even smoothies for a fiber boost. Choose fruits and keep the peel on for that extra dose of fiber. Now, when it comes to our grains, whole grains like whole wheat bread and pastas, quinoas, brown rice, and farro provide us with those gut healthy prebiotic fibers. So do lentils, nuts, and seeds like chia or flax. Now, my favorite high fiber pick is canned beans. Beans and legumes are a great source of fiber, and at $1 a can, they're also super affordable. You can air fry a can of your favorite beans with your favorite seasonings for a crunchy snack or soup and salad topper. Now, the daily fiber goal for a GLP-1 user is 21 grams for women and 30 grams for men. This recommendation is lower than the DRIs for most adults because they're based on the clinical guidelines for GLP-1 users and is designed to help manage the side effects of these medications while also supporting overall health. If you're not currently at this level, just make sure that you're gradually adding that fiber into your diet. If you increase your fiber intake too quickly, you can actually increase GI distress like bloating, cramping, constipation, and diarrhea. Next up, we have protein. Protein, like fiber, helps us to feel more full, but even more importantly, it helps to preserve muscle mass. Extreme and quick weight loss, which can often happen when you're on a GLP-1, not only reduces body fat, it also reduces our muscle mass, as we've mentioned before. So when you think protein, think animals and think plants. If you're a meat eater, look for the leanest options, which will lower those less desirable saturated fats. Choose chicken, turkey, and 90% lean ground beef or pork, or opt for shrimp or fish, which provides a boost of those more desirable fats like omega 3s. Fresh, frozen, or canned are all good options when it comes to seafood. Dairy products are another great way to get protein with a side of calcium for your bone health and also some probiotics for your gut health. In the dairy aisle, you'll find both animal and plant-based options. Non dairy options often have less protein, so make sure you're checking the nutrition facts label. Other plant based proteins like beans or legumes, which you already know are chock full of fiber, they also provide protein. So do nuts and seeds and tofu. If you aren't familiar with tofu, it's definitely worth trying. It's an easy meat substitution to any dish because it takes on the flavors of whatever it's cooked with. You can saute it, you can air fry it, that'll give it a nice crispy texture. We'll include some recipe ideas in our handout. Protein needs often vary by age, weight loss goals, activity level, and muscle mass. And while the recommendations for daily protein intake while taking a GLP-1 medication is the same as that for the general population, individuals with low appetites and lower caloric intakes should absolutely prioritize protein. Aim for a lean protein at every meal and every snack. If you need a goal, shoot for 1 gram per pound of body weight. As I've mentioned before, every person's journey will be different based on their goals and their current health status. So confirm with your physician or dietitian about what your best target is. Our last nutrient of focus is fat. Like fiber and protein, fat helps to support satiety and feelings of fullness, and it just makes things taste better too. But the type of fat does matter when it comes to our health. Our goal is to get more healthy fats. So when you want healthy fats, think animals and think plants. Are you noticing a theme here? Fish and shrimp provide protein, yes, but they're also a really good source of omega 3s, which support our brain and our heart health. On the plant side, look for oils like olive oil or canola oil over solids like butter. Avocados and nuts are also excellent sources of healthy fats. Our favorite source of healthy fats? Seeds, because they offer heart healthy fats, protein, and fiber. You can add a tablespoon or two of chia or flaxseed to your cereal, oatmeal, smoothies, even baked goods for a triple nutrient punch. There isn't a specific number that we can tie you to for your GLP-1 goal, but we would emphasize that you aim for those heart healthy options at every meal for the most benefit to your health and your taste buds. Our last nutrient of focus is, well, all the rest of them. GLP-1 users need to be mindful of their vitamin and mineral intake due to the medication's impact on nutrient absorption. When you combine that with reduced food intake, there's an opportunity for nutrient deficiencies. So let's talk about that. Everything we eat, from plants to animals, has vitamins and minerals. So our GLP-1 goal is to be aware, but not to be panicked. Let's walk through those key vitamins and minerals to consider. First, vitamin B12. This is found in meats, fish, eggs, and dairy products. Folate, we find that in beans, lentils, and dark leafy greens. Then we have vitamin D and calcium. You can find that in any food in the dairy aisle. Omega 3 fatty acids are found in seafood, flax, and chia seeds. Magnesium is found in nuts, seeds, legumes, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and greens. Hopefully, you're having kind of an aha moment here, that you're seeing how leaning into a variety of foods will help you to meet all your GLP-1 eating goals. But let me go ahead and give you a visual to help out just the same. When it comes to nutrition and eating strategies for GLP-1 users, the key is to strive for balance using a simple tool like MyPlate. When your meals include all of these components, you'll meet your nutrient goals and you'll feel full and satisfied. Fruits and vegetables provide us with many key vitamins and minerals and antioxidants that fight disease, support a healthy immune system, support good gut health, and reduce inflammation. Plus, they're high in fiber, which is one of those nutrients of focus. Best of all, you can choose fresh, frozen, or canned because it all counts. Grains are another source of fiber, and like fruits and vegetables, they provide us with many key vitamins and minerals, and that supports good gut health and reduces inflammation. They include whole grains, potatoes, and corn. Protein, whether it's plant or animal based, will keep you feeling full, help maintain muscle, and heal and repair your body. Now, I know dairy gets its own spot on the plate, but it's a protein food as well. Okay, so now we know our nutrients, we know how they work together on the plate. So let's talk about how to find them in store and what to do with them once we get home. To find the most nutrient dense foods in store, you can read every label and check for items high in the nutrients you want and low in the ones you don't want, or you can use a shortcut. Guiding Stars is our nutrition guidance program that reads the nutrition facts label so you don't have to. It makes choosing healthier options for you and your family so much easier. Products receive stars based on credits for the nutrients we want more of, like fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and debits for the things that we don't like saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. Guiding stars are found on the price tag in store, as a filter when you shop online, and it even has an app that lets you scan a product when you don't see a tag. You can find Guiding Star rated products in every category of the grocery store to find the most nutrient dense options. Now, our handout will include some of our favorite Guiding Star items and a link to download the app so it's easy for you. Okay, now that you've filled your cart with nutrient dense foods, let's talk about how to put them together. And we've got a shortcut for that too, and that's Savory Magazine. Savory is available as a printed magazine in store and digitally online at giantfood.com. Each issue provides seasonal, fast, and easy recipes, as well as money saving tips. You'll also find the Guiding Stars logo on the most nutrient dense recipes throughout the magazine and in the recipe index. But Savory is more than just an inspiration magazine. It's also a useful online recipe database that lets you filter recipes according to your ingredients, the cooking method, eating strategy, and nutrient density, aka those guiding stars. Let's take a quick peek at some of the recipes we found that were GLP-1 nutrient friendly. And fear not, these will be on the handout too. Let's start here with breakfast. Our sheet pan vegetarian omelet breakfast sandwiches. They're easy to meal prep. You can use whole grain toast or an English muffin. You could also wrap them in the tortilla. It's a great base recipe that you can switch out your favorite protein and your favorite vegetables. Let's move over to lunch. We have our Chipotle chicken salad, super easy to pull together with rotisserie chicken and pre-washed lettuce. I love it as is, or I might use some more avocado just to increase that fiber content. For dinner, try the zesty mahi mahi with corn and black beans. This is a 15-minute meal that uses canned corn and canned beans. You can easily substitute any fresh or frozen fish in this recipe to make it customizable. Finally, a little bit of treat inspiration, our chocolate chia pudding. Yes, chocolate chia pudding. Although this recipe used almonds, you could also substitute or add mini chocolate chips, a dollop of peanut butter, or sliced strawberries. For a snack inspiration, try the peanut butter oat balls. It's peanut butter, oats, chocolate, coconut. It's perfection. Need I say more? Okay, I hope you've been inspired to search Savory on your own. If you aren't one for cooking, I suggest a store tour where we can help you find some ready to eat options that will help you to meet your goals. We talked a lot about nutrition, but there are many lifestyle habits to consider that are just as important on your journey to better health. First up, hydration. GLP-1 medications can impact hydration, so it's important to pay attention to your fluid intake. Staying well hydrated can also help to manage those side effects we talked about earlier and can support the effectiveness of the drug. Water, seltzer water, and unsweetened iced teas are also great options. And don't discount food as adding to your fluid intake. Fruits like melons or veggies like cucumbers, as well as soups and cottage cheese, are also ways to stay hydrated. Plus, when you increase your fiber, you're going to want to increase your fluids as well to keep it moving efficiently through your GI system. Avoid or limit alcohol when you can. Alcohol can contribute to weight gain, reduce inhibition around snacking, impact glucose levels, and potentially worsen GI side effects. It also contributes to dehydration. Stay active. It's important to move your body. It helps to maintain muscle mass, improve digestion, and can even uplift your mood. The American Heart Association recommends aiming for at least 30 minutes of movement a day, 5 days a week, incorporating aerobic exercises like walking, biking, or swimming, strength training like free weights, body weight, or resistance bands, and flexibility or balance exercises like yoga or Tai Chi are great ways to maintain muscle mass, increase your metabolism, and reduce injury. Choose what you enjoy so you're motivated to stay active. And lastly, listen to your body. Everyone's GLP-1 journey is different. It's not a one size fits all approach. So listen to your body and how it responds to exercise and the foods you eat and the medication itself. And always consult with your healthcare provider if you have any concerns. A part of listening to your body includes mindful eating. Mindful eating is the practice of being 100% aware during the entire eating experience. How the food affects you, how you identify when you're truly hungry or when you're full. On GLP-1s, it's more than likely that your appetite will change in some way. You may need to eat 5 or 6 small meals throughout the day to prevent feeling uncomfortable, or maybe you notice that certain foods affect you in certain ways. Mindful eating is a very important and useful practice to adapt when you're on GLP-1s. And actually, even if you're not, in anyone, actually, we have an on demand class all about mindful eating. So if you're curious to learn more, be sure to check it out. But in general, be present with your meals. Try to limit distractions like working while you're eating or using your phone. Being 100% present will allow you to recognize when you're full, to prevent overeating, or to recognize when your body is still hungry. Like we mentioned, your appetite will likely change from how it was prior to your GLP-1 journey. Where you may used to have a 10 a.m. snack, you may not need it anymore, but you may find that now you need a bedtime snack. So listen to your hunger cues and eat when you're truly hungry, not just out of routine. This concludes our GLP-1 webinar. Thank you for trusting the Giant Food Healthy Living team in your journey to better health. Although our time is over today, we invite you to check out our other services, including recorded classes, podcasts, and cook-alongs, which cover a wide range of topics, including heart health, brain health, healthy eating, and so much more. Today's video is your first step. Your next step is to utilize the resources provided in the notes below, including recipe links and other information which will support everything you've learned today. There's even an option to email us with questions, schedule a store tour, or follow up on social media for daily tips and inspiration on a wide variety of healthy living topics. I invite you to stay connected. We offer a wide variety of free services, all of which you can access on giantfood.com/healthyliving or in the notes section of this video. We've taken the philosophy that health is for everyone. It's the little things we do every day that add up. So start today. Start small or start big, but just start. Thank you again. Reach out with any questions, and most of all, stay well.